Bam. There we go. So this week, our team meeting for Just Serve Insurance Solutions. The theme of this week is basically whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And first and foremost, I would behoove you if in a bad way if I didn't say if you are sitting, now would be a great time to stand. That's what I did. I don't have a treadmill yet. I do have one coming. I don't know if I'm going to be good at walking and talking at the same time, but I'm going to try. But right now, if you are sitting, now is a good time to stand and stretch your body because we've been sitting all morning. Those of us who have been dialing have been sitting. So now would be a good time to stand up. Don't care if your, shirt is in the camera. I don't care. If you're not set up for standing, now would be a good time. Secondly, the top 2 agents for December, guys, we had a light December, real light, real light December. This is just week to date of week 2. Congratulations to Alex for 1830. That's a very lightweight week for him. And Amy K, 2219. That's a very light week for her as well. And myself, as you can see, I'm not even on there. So we didn't do a significant amount of volume in December. That is going to roll into January, right? A lot of us were writing business and it's going to be shifted to January. So we should see week 1 numbers that are way higher. And for the full month of December up to the 21st, we have Noel at 3763, Alex at, Perez, you have a new picture today. That's my graphic designer's problem. I will slap him on the wrist for that. Alex at, I'm so confused what these numbers are. Camden, you need to have Marky fix this. I can't go left to right like this. This is bad. Make note, Cam.
Heather, can you give me the corrected graphic?
Of course. Yeah. When we get that, he's going to have it corrected and sent out ASAP. So Prez at number 4 with 4054. Alex at number 3 with 4648 for the month. Amy for the month at 5890. Myself at 14051. And still, those are really, really low numbers for December. We want those numbers to be higher. Obviously, you guys are all working towards that, and putting in that activity like we've talked about is the key to getting that done. All right. If you haven't seen it, here's the new graphic for our team meetings. Plugging in is important. For those of you who have been plugging in, I believe it has changed your business in the past couple of months. So good job on that. That's why you're here, obviously. We have morning meetings only Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Only Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And they're at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That allows you to get your admin stuff done in the morning, your self-care done in the morning, whatever it is. If you're Eastern Standard Time, you should be focused on your business 9 o'clock on, right? Thursdays and Fridays, the dial room has been open. So I decided, why am I cutting into that time? That doesn't make sense. So Thursdays, you're going to go straight to dial room at 9 a.m. as will I. And then Saturdays, we are dialing on Saturdays. We just don't have official dial rooms open. But at noon Eastern Standard Time is the business overview. All the other meetings stayed the same, except this call. Rather than make it bi-weekly, we are now weekly. Why? Number 1, because we don't have morning meetings on Thursdays and Fridays anymore. So we're going to have a meeting on Thursday every single week at this time, 1 o'clock. Between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock, honestly, guys, with Solidity team call and our team call, and then SRS liftoff, Thursdays are not a great dial day except for in the morning. So focus your dials, focus your inbounds, focus those for 9 to noon. And then after that, in between, that's when you can be doing admin. That's when you can be doing, and that's just a really good strategy because you've got to get that done. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, all day dialing or all day inbounds, Like you have no other meeting after morning motivation meeting. So you should be focusing on dialing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then Mondays, same thing as Thursdays. In between meetings, you're going to want to make sure you are doing admin or social media, and then dialing in the morning first thing. So I hope all that makes sense to everybody. Friday, same thing. Saturday, all day dialing. That's your weekend dial. Hope that makes sense. All right. I believe almost all of you are registered for convention all of you are registered for convention and have bought your ticket who actually can go. So if you are registered, you have your ticket, you are going, put a fire emoji in the chat so I can see. But I believe everybody here is. If someone on your team is not, if somebody on your team is not, that you're aware of, make sure that you get them connected with me to make sure that they get there. Okay, so we got to do what we got to do to make as many people go as possible. Not for us. If it's somebody in your team, it's not for you, it's for them, right? The people who go to convention are the ones who will be here next year. The ones who don't struggle harder, their business doesn't grow as fast, and they could potentially be here, but it's less likely. It's a statistic, guys. So we all say it because it's meaningful. Those who succeed in the business and those who win the fastest, those are the ones who get to the events. So try to get yourself and your team, if you're not registered yet, to the event. It's very important. All right. Today there is a lead sale all the way through Saturday. Don't delay though. I literally just went in and bought a butt ton again of aged leads. Another $1,300 spent on aged leads. Even if you're getting aged leads from me, please buy your own. Don't stop putting in your own money, because what's going to happen is it doesn't become a habit. You've got to build the strategy of having a habit of investing into your business. If I give you any leads, it's a bonus. That's just a bonus money. You should be making extra money next month or this month, not the same amount of money. So it should be a boost to what you currently are doing. If you are doing zero right now, it's a perfect time to invest in some leads. Pick a number, start with 250, start with 5, whatever it is, start with 1,000, whatever you can do, and do it. Whatever I've given you is just a bonus. And at 35% off, guys, for age leads, that's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you were just on Dean's call, you heard him say real-time leads is the way to go. He's not lying. Real-time is they're waiting for you to call, right? Real-time leads are the person knows you're calling, and they're 15% off. So buy them. It's just, it's a different level. Yeah, they're more expensive. Yeah, you get less, but it's a higher intent. And it's what you say to them that matters. Doesn't matter that you're buying age leads. They're great. I mean, I've built my business off of age leads, but I do invest in real-time leads as well. So make sure you're doing that. If you're doing inbound leads, those are considered real-time leads. So if you're questioning that, then that's the answer. All right. Other than that, today we're going to talk about vision, standards, and expectations of Just Serve Insurance Solutions. We're going to start out the year basically laying out what 2026 will look like for what I expect our team to do. Okay. This team call is no longer bi-weekly, it's weekly. Why? It's intentional. Because if we just check in once in a while or every other week, that we're not necessarily going to win. We were checking in daily, but not everybody joined, right? And not everybody's here, right? But the businesses that win, they don't just check in once in a while. They stay aligned every single week, okay? This call will only be 30 minutes every week of information. It'll be the same structure, same expectations every single week. The last part of the call after that 30 minutes is going to be open for real questions, real scenarios, anything you guys need. If you guys are doing perfectly fine and we end the call at 30 minutes, cool beans. I would be surprised, but feel free to bring your questions at that point. That's when you're going to answer those questions, okay, on top of all the other meetings that you can go to. Some of you are brand new. Some of you have been here a while. This meeting is going to be designed throughout the entire year to help both of those types of agents, even the ones that haven't come in yet. But only those if you're actually trying to build a business, not use this as a hobby. It's not going to be designed for people who just want to come in and play around, right? We have to want to build our own business. We are business owners. So again, whoever can be trusted with very little can be trusted with much. This business rewards stewardship, not talent, not hype, not excuses. You will get rewarded if you have that kind of mindset of stewardship, growth, winning, business. You will get rewarded with that financially. So what this agency Just Serve is and what it's not. This is a hobby. I'm sorry, this is not a hobby. This is not a side hustle. This is not you coming in and, you know, deciding to work here and there and decide that, oh, I got to go do this or oh, I got to do that. You can do that, but your business won't grow. Your business is serving real families, and the consequences of you not serving them is real. They will die without proper life insurance or without life insurance. That's your fault if we can't serve that community, right? So if we're choosing to serve half-time, quarter time, whenever we want time, that's a hobby, right? We don't do that here. We serve well, we write clean business, and we protect clients. That's how you get paid long-term, guys. Get paid like a business, not a hobby, right? Key point number 2. The first one was what the agency is, what it is not. Key point number 2 is our standards create freedom. So there are standards with Just Serve, and in essence, Family First Life, right? I don't make these standards up. These are taught to me through Family First Life and other meetings. Our standards are not rules to control you or to become micromanaging. They're standards that protect you, your family, your income, and everything about what you want. If we operate with these standards, we will win. And the standards that we operate are show up prepared. First and foremost, show up, right? Show up for yourself. Show up for your team. Show up for your family. Show up for your clients. Show up for the clients that aren't yours yet. And be prepared, right? Prepare yourself prior. Don't sort out your leads when it's 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Sort out your leads that morning when you wake up, when you get to your office. Then start dialing right at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever you decide. Standards are following through with your clients. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If you don't have a system of remembering, find one. Standards are buying leads consistently or generating them consistently, right? Generating does take time, so it can be done. But buying leads consistently if you're not gaining them or generating them consistently. After you've sold like 1 or 2 policies, that money should be going to your next lead purchase, even if it's a small amount. You should be saving that money. That is not your personal money. That is your business's money. The companies front you that money. It could lead to a chargeback. So if you spend it all, you're going to have to pay that chargeback back, and you will struggle financially if you continue to play that game. So buy leads with your money, reinvest it into your business, just like McDonald's buys new fries every single probably day, right? In our case, at least twice a week. Standards are tracking our activity. We've gone over that a lot this week, but I'm going to touch on it again today. If we don't track our activity, we will falter. If we don't track our activity, we will mentally struggle. the standards are to track so that we can see what we're doing and mentally be better at it. The other thing of that is people can help you better if you track your activity, right? I don't care to see your dial tracker and have you quickly make up something as we get on a call. That's not going to do you any good, and it's a waste of my time. Track it for you. And when you want to review it, have it ready. Ask me questions, ask whoever questions. Maybe you want to ask somebody else questions. It's perfectly fine. We are all here. The people who are, top producers are here to help you to get better. And you can if you do all that, right? And we're all willing to see you, or not just willing, want you to win. So the standards are to track your activity. And the standards are also ask for help early. Don't wait until you're buried. Don't wait until you're truly frustrated. Ask for help early, right? And understand that if you're asking for help, it's not a bad thing. We all ask for help. In fact, I just texted somebody this morning, right? So understand that everybody needs to get to a different level, and the people who are writing more business than you, those are the ones that you ask, right? The people that you're consistently seeing on Solidity's leaderboard or our leaderboard, those are the ones you ask. And if you're unsure, ask for help from me. It's no worries, anytime. People who struggle in this business aren't bad people. They're inconsistent. Be consistent. That's the next standard. Be consistent and absolutely lock in, especially right now at the beginning of the year. The end of the year, you want to lock in for strength going into the beginning of the year. Now you want to lock in because this is where it's at, guys. Every one of you started at 0 today, including myself. We all are at 0. We have nothing in our accounts. Well, some of us got deposits, but it's not showing until we get the number 1 week, right? So right now everybody's at 0. Okay. That means we all are going for the same thing. We're all going for Hall of Fame. Every one of us. If you're not trying to hit Hall of Fame, why are you here? Ask yourself that. The reason you probably think you're not is because you probably don't have the faith in yourself that you can. But the fact is, every one of you can. All you need this month is $34,000. Issue paid. It's all you need. Which means all you need to do is track that activity to get to those numbers. What does that activity look like? That's where it's going to be different from everybody else, right? You're going to be different than this person, than that person, than that person. So everybody's at 0. Everybody can hit 34,000. You just got to put in the proper amount of activity and show up and be consistent to get that number. Key point number 3, expectations for 2026. There is no perfection. I wouldn't expect it. What I do expect is effort, honesty, and ownership. If you put in the effort and you're honest with yourself and you take ownership of what's happened with you and in your business, because whether it's good or bad has nothing to do with anybody else in this business. It's on you. Just like in my business. I don't care if it's bad or if it's good, it has to do with me. Take ownership of your business. Whatever happened was either good, bad, and it's on you. It's your fault, right? Take ownership of that. Be honest with yourself and put that effort in. Be there when you need to be there for you and your business. And like I said before, many times you've heard it, if you treat this like a business, you're going to win. If you treat it like a hobby, you're going to get paid like a hobby, right? If you treat this like a business, I'll pour everything into you I can. If you treat this like a hobby, I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to give you wake-up calls in the morning to roll you out of bed. I'm not going to text you and say, where you been? Unless I'm really concerned, right? I don't have time for that. And this is your business. We're all adults, right? You've got your spouses to do that. You've got whoever else to do that there is. You've got yourself, guys. take ownership of your business. And this year is about building agents who last. People who flame out, they're going to go out fast, right? We need to, and we're building this business, we're building this foundation strong. There are people who will go away, and you have to be okay with that. If you're putting your stuff out there and you're building a team and you have agents who don't follow these expectations, you can't babysit them. Don't pour into them. Don't chase them. They're going to go away. And it's nothing you can do about it. Even if you baby them, right? Eventually you're just getting exhausted and frustrated. Don't do that. It's not your business, it's theirs. So build your agency, your team with the knowledge that you're going to pour into the people who actually are pouring to themselves. Okay. All right. So this week's non-negotiables. Today is day one of, if you're keeping track of your dial tracker, which I do expect you to do, because it's going to make you win. Today is day one of week one. So I label mine Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? The 1st through the 7th. Brand spanking new. Thursday falls at the top, Wednesday falls at the bottom, right? Your goals should be written out by now. And on your calendar, you should have blocked out specific work hours just for different types of parts of your business. If you don't have a Google Calendar and you're not using a paper calendar, what are you using? Your head? Is there something else I'm missing? Make a calendar, because the work that you put in isn't going to be the same if you actually have it on the calendar and you accomplish it, because you're not going to be putting up as much work. Be honest with yourself. Decide, how are you boosting your leads this week? What are you doing to get leads this week? Where should you go for leads? Figure that all out. Track your activity, track your calls, track your talks, track your appointments, track your social media, track the time that you're supposed to do, track everything. So you know and you feel good that you've accomplished all of that. And then show up next week and have the ability, if you were to report to somebody, to show what you actually accomplished, right? Did I accomplish my goals? Because if clarity actually creates confidence, right? Confidence in yourself and confidence in the momentum that the action you produced will build. Next week, we're going to be talking about treating this like a business, not a side hustle, and I will be very direct. So if you want different results, something has to change. Okay, but today, understand that I want you to think about something last year that held you back. It's going to be different for everybody, and you don't have to report it in the chat or anything like that. But what held you back last year? And now I want you to think about that thing or that action or that lack of action or that lack of whatever it was that was holding you back. And I either draw it, write it down, think about it, put it on cut it out of a magazine, whatever it might be, and get rid of it. Don't let it hold you back this year. Don't let it. You are the boss of your business. Wherever you were being inconsistent last year, leads, time, activity, follow-up, your confidence, guys, get rid of that. It's gone. You have a whole month. You have a whole week. Forget that. You have a whole day left. You have a whole day left. You have a whole week left. You have a whole month left, and you have a whole year left. Don't let that year dwindle by. A lot of times people will take January and be like, all right, I'm going to start January 2nd. Why didn't you start January 1st? Why didn't you start December 28th? Don't let the past run your future. Learn from your past, absolutely. But don't let it run your future. Whatever your goals are right now, and if you don't know your goals, please let's talk. I can help you with that. There's lots of books out there on how to build goals. There's all kinds of things that you can do. Put some reading time in your schedule in the morning or in the evening. If you've got little baby kids, read to them. They need that kind of stuff too. Guys, how many people do you talk to with IULs or life insurance who never got educated? Start your kids young. Give them the books to read. Have them give you a summary of it, right? Whatever your goals are or whatever you want them to be, write them down and get rid of the old. What was holding you back? Get rid of it. All right, guys, I'm going to answer any questions. I can't make convention, but I'm not going anywhere. I'll be, yep. All right, guys, when we are at convention, guys, for those of you who are not going, the breakout rooms are going to be there. You still are going to have your same schedule, and don't hold yourself back because of finances. That's the least thing I want you to hold back. Andrea, I know why you're not coming. That's a different scenario. Curtis, I don't remember yours, but you don't have to say it out loud. But you will be here if you guys attend. There's nobody here. There's not one person at this meeting right now. There's 6 of you. I don't count Camden because he's coming to convention. He doesn't write business yet. There are 6 of you here that come to every single meeting. You show up first thing in the morning. You track your activity. You listen to all the people who are telling you things and you implement. You do. Every one of you does. So of course, I know you'll be here next year. And next year, not only that, Curtis and Andrea, you're not just going to go, you're going to have a team. It might be a team of 2 or 3. Prez remembers when we had a team of like 1 or 2 going. Last year, I think we had like 5, even though I forgot Kathleen. That was my fault. This year, we're going to have at least 10. We're doubling every single year. So you start out with 1 or 2, and it just grows, right? And you will. You will. And why? I'm going to talk for 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to give it to you guys. I was just on, were all of you on Dean's call just now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking when he was talking about his personal numbers being 1 million, that's great. Good for Dean. And if I could solely do that, and you can too. You can do 1 million a year every single year. And you can get wealthy off of 1 million a year every year, right? You can invest that money and you can put it into something that grows, right? And you don't need a team. You don't. But you truly have to put that kind of work in to get the 1 million to then grow it and then live happily ever after, right? At some point, Dean's going to be able to retire without having a team, because if he's played his cards straight and smart and invested that money, or some of it, obviously, it's business money, right? That's not his money, right? So some point, if he's done right, he can do that. And you can do that. You have to produce a lot of money to be able to do that and retire at a normal age or even younger, right? If you want to speed that up, you add people to your team. If you want to make sure that you have residuals every other year, Prez posted this morning on Facebook about residuals. Hell yeah. Residuals are good for your personal, like you have your personal residuals, but then you've got your team's residuals, right? You'll have agents, and I know that you guys have agents under you who have written business and you're still getting paid on, even though they don't work in the industry anymore. Eventually, that agent is going to fall off. They're going to do something else. Now you've got the ability not to take that client from them, but to check on them. Because guess what? Somebody's got to check on them. How many people do you call Just last night, I had a couple. How many people do you call that they've never heard from their life insurance agent again? Pretty much every day you're calling somebody and that happens, right? Well, you're their new agent and you're not their one and done agent. You're here forever. Right? So they're going to be your client and you're going to get until they die, you will get those dollars that come in or cents, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It all adds up to that million that he's talking about. Right? And something I was else going to say, some of you get those dollars or cents forever until they die. And here, see? And the other part of that is when you die, your family still gets those monies with Family First Life. Okay. That's why you have to list a beneficiary when you fill out the paperwork. You want your family to get those residuals. So now build up those residuals, and you have to build up the residuals by building up your clientele. And so this month you want your goal to be 34 families. That's what you want your goals to be. 34 families. Some people would start out and say, well, you want your families to be 20 because of the bonus. Set your goal a little higher. 34 is Hall of Fame. Why wouldn't you set that? Right? If you get 20, cool, you get a bonus. 25 bonus, 30 bonus, right? Actually, I don't think 25, but 20, 30, whatever. You get bonuses for that. So set your goals high. Every one of you has the ability to do 34,000 this month. Every one of you. You just have to put that activity in, set your commitments to yourself, to your family. All right. So at this point, anyone have any questions, any thoughts, any needs moving forward? We do have a call. We have Solidity in, I think, an hour and a half from now. But other than that, any other questions or thoughts or comments?
So Hall of Fame is 400,000 by October 31st?
No, ma'am. It's by December 31st.
Oh, December 31st.
I set it for October for my personal goal.
Yeah, because I've seen that on your board. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that's what the date that I set in my head. So those are the numbers that I go by. So I divide it down, I work it backwards to figure out how I need to get there by then. The first year I hit the first year I tried to hit Hall of Fame. I didn't try early enough. I waited till after convention, and I was short $40,000. That killed me, Anmar. Like literally, I was like $40,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next year I set my goals before convention. Then I got sick after convention. So Prez knows this. Every one of you is going to get well, I shouldn't tell you the surprise, but every one of you is going to get a goodie bag and it's going to have elderberry in it. Take it. Because we're traveling.
Up a batch. We take it every day.
Yeah. As we're traveling, and you know, I got sick for 2 weeks that week. I mean that year. However, Amber, I came back and I still hit Hall of Fame plus some. I hit the 515,000 that year. But I had put my Hall of Fame goal as October 31st. I didn't hit it by October 31st. I was 1 week off. It came through on the November 7th numbers. I was still okay with that, but I was frustrated because I didn't hit my goal. Right? I still hit it, but I didn't hit it on time. Right? So then I had to go into last year into 2025 to say, okay, what do I need to do to make sure I hit my goal by then? And now I'm just going to do the same thing this year. Right? Because I hit it by October 31st. And when you look at your goals, guys, it's actually on the dashboard. So the dashboard numbers are the ones you're looking at. And it's your personal, not your team. Team is good too if you're trying to hit Team Hall of Fame, which we are, guys. We're trying to hit Hall of Fame for team this year, which is 10 million by the end of the year. At the end of last year, we were at well, we're not done with the year, but we're at 1.153595. So almost 2 million. And we need to get that number to 10. That's my goal. Okay. Annuity Hall of Fame is 2 million in issue paid. No, 2 million in not issue paid, annual premium submitted and approved. Any other questions? All right, guys, we have about 20 minutes plus an hour to decide what you want to do with your business right now. Are you going to go grow it? Or are you going to go hang out with a family? Are you going to call leads? Are you going to quit for the day? What is it that you're going to do in the next hour and 20 minutes before the next meeting? That's for you to decide. I appreciate you guys. This will be posted. Stop.